What's up everyone, EnadZT here, and I got a gameplay for you of me on Skid Row on Modern Warfare 2. This is a search and destroy game on Skid Row, as I said. I mostly snipe in it, but I do switch to the red gun in like the last round, I believe. I think the final score is like 14-3, nothing too spectacular, but I thought it was pretty good for a mostly sniping game, and I thought I would post it. First of all, what I want to say is that there is no one in this community that has any sort of creativity. I myself, I have no creativity either, but I decided to resort to going to Twitter and trying to find a commentary topic. So far, I have pizza toppings, the French, commentating, chickens, dinosaurs, boobs. Pone says a real commentator does it himself, and I don't think... Okay, where I want to go on vacation, and dolphins. So you guys have no creativity whatsoever. But what I'm going to talk about is anime and how I've been getting back into anime recently. I've never really gotten how people like think anime is like some sort of like cartoon sort of thing. Like some of them are bad. I really do agree with that. But like there is a lot of actually like really good animes out there. Recently, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z once again. If you guys didn't watch Dragon Ball Z as a kid, you had no childhood, and that was one of the like my favorite like memories of my childhood is just watching like Dragon Ball Z and everything, and like wasting. Wasn't there a guy to the left there? Okay, apparently not. Anyways, just watching Dragon Ball Z was one of my favorite things during childhood, and it was just such like I loved it so much just because of like the action scenes and everything. The Cell Saga is by far the best saga of all of them. I mean, it's just I just love that one so much, and it's so much more epic than anything else. And like, Boo was lame. I couldn't even remember how Boo died. Frieza was a good start. I think it was a pretty solid saga. But after like Boo, I could not stay in like I just couldn't finish it. Like I didn't have the energy to keep on watching all these different sagas and everything, and all these like random things that kept on happening. So it is a problem. One thing I don't like about most animes is that they go on for way too long. How did I not kill that guy? So many of the like animes have like 700 plus episodes. It feels like it just really seems like. How do people even like watch an anime that's like over 700 episodes? And I'm probably exaggerating. Oh my god, that guy just shot in the crotch. I can't figure out how people watch that many episodes of a single anime. I think one of the one anime that does not drag on, but it has a lot of different episodes. I think Full Metal Alchemist was one of the longer animes. My dog is like running around, and I feel like he's about to like bark and ruin everything. But again, Full Metal Alchemist was one of those animes that I'm pretty sure it ran on for a long time. I never actually watched the entire thing because of that reason. Actually, I did watch the ending because I didn't feel like actually like watching the entire series, but I was okay with just spoiling the ending. And that was one thing I really liked about it. It wasn't like corny, cheesy, oh yay, happily ever after. The final episode, there was a movie afterwards, which everything was happy after that. But the final episode, spoiler alert, if you guys don't want to hear like the ending of Full Metal Alchemist, then you should probably click away for like 10 seconds. The ending of it was that the main character, Edward Elric, he dies from like his brother or something like that, like one of his brothers, his long lost brothers or something like that. And I thought that was really like I liked it just because it was different and it was something that you didn't expect. Like I think the scene was like he had his long lost brother pinned down on the ground, and he asked him like, "What is your real face?" Because he was one of those guys that like transforms and everything, and he figures out that it was one of his long lost brothers and everything, and then he gets stabbed in the chest, and then you just see him bleed out. And it's a bit morbid for me to like that, but it just wasn't like it wasn't something you expected. It was something different. And then in the movie, he comes back to life and everything, and it's really nice and everything. But everything kind of works out in the end of the movie. I think I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure everything at the end like works out. I should have killed that guy. Another anime I really liked that did the same thing was Death Note, and that was another like, oh, you're so emo and everything. And no, I really liked it just because it was so like. When I watched it at the time, I was in high school and everything. I was just wondering like what would happen if I had like a book that you could kill anyone with as long as you had the picture of their face and their full name. That would be really cool, but really like I would want to I want to use overpowered for some odd reason. I really want to. I don't know why I want to think of like overpowered. I really want to like use it a lot, but I liked it in the end just because it's basically the senior in high school. He becomes God pretty much, and he starts killing all these people that he thinks deserves to die, and it's really interesting to me to just think of like what would you do with like that kind of power, and host migration. What would you guys do? Would you, if you guys found a book where if you could put anyone's name in there, and as long as you had their face in your mind, would you use it, and would there be anyone you would kill? And yes, we all know. First of all, Justin Bieber is not a real answer. We all know everyone wants to kill him. Yeah, whatever. That's gonna be old news in like 2 seconds. So don't even answer with that. But would you use it? Would you be afraid to use it? Stuff like that. I think I would use it probably. But the power would go to my head. I think I would really like succumb to all the power and everything. I don't know. It just feels like I wouldn't be able to do it. What else? Oh yeah, I don't think I talked about the ending. The ending, he basically plays God, and eventually one of the detectives eventually kills him. Eventually, he gets shot, and the last episode is him basically bleeding to death. And it was a really morbid ending, also. But I really liked it. It's just really different. You didn't see it coming, and you don't know if he's the bad guy or the good guy. So it's really something that I really liked. But anyways, that was my Search and Destroy game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. See ya.